What is going on, everybody? It's the Franz, and we are back again for our Monday Night Raw review, the go-home show to WrestleMania for April 2nd, 2018. We were 6 days away from WrestleMania, and if you would have been watching Tuesday last week on SmackDown, they had a promo for this show calling it the epic, can't-miss episode of Raw before WrestleMania. And, of course, with anything else like that, you can say this was, outside of one match, this episode was 100% completely missable. You had John Cena's last attempt to get in contact with The Undertaker. You had Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar in their epic the final standoff before WrestleMania. Better than last time, I can tell you that right now. You had Asuka and Dana Brooke teaming up for some reason. You had Bayley and Sasha Banks showing you again for the third or fourth week in a row why they should be going for the Raw Women's Championship instead of Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. And you had a debate, or whatever you want to call it, at the start of the show between Ronda Rousey, Kurt Angle, and Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. But before we get into any of that, I do want to talk about the kickoff show that they have announced tonight for WrestleMania. The two Battle Royals, saw that coming, which I'm kind of surprised they did the women's because this is allegedly the first ever women's WrestleMania Battle Royal, which if anybody remembers WrestleMania 25, that had the Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal, which was won by a man, so I can understand why they want to just erase that one from existence. But the third match, I don't understand it. It's the Cruiserweight Championship match for the second year in a row is going to be on the kickoff show. So this entire tournament that they built up since after the Royal Rumble, I believe, right after the Royal Rumble, that was building for weeks to be at WrestleMania is going to be on the kickoff show. Yet you have Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss standing. It's pretty much the bully versus the person she's bullying, and the person getting bullied is going to beat up on the person who is bullying her. Which that's a great message to send to all kids out there, WWE, who get told to don't confront your bullies. Tell an adult. No, you watch WWE. Hey, look. Alexa Bliss is fat shaming and bullying somebody, and the person she's bullying is going to stand up to her and beat her up at WrestleMania. I should do the same thing. How stupid does that sound? Yet you have Bayley and Sasha Banks, who again tonight show you that they should be the Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania as they continue the show tonight, even though Absolution totally destroyed that at the end. But they have that match on WrestleMania's main card and not the Cruiserweight division, where every single match of that tournament was great. Every single match of that tournament should prove that the Cruiserweights belong on WrestleMania's main card. And no, WWE, the kickoff show is not WrestleMania. That is the kickoff show. When you go to the WrestleMania show on the WWE Network, does it start out with the three matches on the kickoff show? No. It starts from the first match at WrestleMania, which will hopefully be the Raw Women's Championship match, so it can be done in like 10 seconds and we can be done with it. I don't get why you want to take all the hard work that Triple H has put and then just wipe your ass with it and say, there you go, there's the pre-show. These two, Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali, they have earned a spot on the main card, and you're going to put them on the pre-show again? Why do you think Austin Aries left? Why do you think Neville walked out? Because of bullshit like that. So you gave Triple H charge of 205 Live, and you're going to just wipe your ass with everything he's worked with because that's what Vince McMahon loves to do. He sees no value in the Cruiserweight, and this decision right here proves to you that Vince McMahon gives no fucks about anything that's not Roman Reigns. Why the fuck are you putting this match on the pre-show when it's going to probably be one of the best matches on the show completely over the terribly booked, terribly done Raw Women's Championship match that has no reason to even sniff WrestleMania? Again, this Raw Women's Championship match is, oh, I fat shamed you. Oh, I made you cry. You're just gonna cry like a little bitch. Oh, don't beat me up. Blah blah blah. Whatever. It's just like this Raw Women's Championship feud harkens back to me. It takes me back to when Mickie James was going up against Michelle McCool, and they did the whole Piggy James thing. Same exact premise, in my opinion. So you're going to take elements from a storyline back in the dark days of the women when you had divas. Which, no, Stephanie, no, they were never called. They never were anything like the Divas of Soul. You stupid fucking bitch. And then that opening segment was just god fucking awful tonight. Just god fucking awful. I don't even know what the fuck they were thinking. And Ronda Rousey needs to stop fucking smiling. We'll get to that more again in a minute. But this match, I don't understand why you're going to take the hard work that the cruiserweights have put on to resurrect a dead brand to make it watchable. Before it was known that Triple H took over 205 Live, do you think anybody was watching the cruiserweights? And now you're going to put them on. I guarantee you it's probably going to be the first match, or they're going to do the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, then they're going to do the cruiserweight title, then the women's Battle Royal. So what the fuck? Why would you do that? These guys have worked their asses off for the last 4 or 5 or 6, 7 or 8 weeks to put on great wrestling. And when this tournament started, you would watch these matches, and the crowd was dead. By the end of this tournament, the crowds at the night out, up for 205 Live were lively towards the end. You would see that the crowd would be dead at the beginning, but as soon as the match got good, the crowd was popping. Not the whole crowd, because most of the crowd was dead, but it was starting to get bigger. This match deserves to open WrestleMania. Not on the kickoff show, which is not WrestleMania, because WrestleMania is supposed to be seen by WWE Network or pay-per-view people only. The pre-show is seen by everybody. And no, people are not going to go, well, I'm going to log on to WWE.com and get myself a free trial right now to watch WrestleMania. No, if they were going to do that, they already would. So this is an injustice for Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander, who should be opening the show. They are going to be like the Usos and the New Day were on the pre-show for SummerSlam, where they're going to go in there, tear the house down, and say, fuck you for leaving us off the main card, and everybody who comes close to, in the next the next hour, are going to have to try and be there to try and top that, and it's not going to be a good thing. So, again, they made a mistake. This is an injustice to the Cruiserweight division. For the second year in a row, they will be on the pre-show. Which the only time, and this is what's sad, the only time the cruiserweights have been not on the pre-show was when dumbass who was holding the cruiserweight title hostage was the champion. That was the only time they have ever not been on the pre-show, and that's a sad thing to think about. Just think about this. The last time the Cruiserweight Championship, when it had a champion, was not on the pre-show was when dumbass Amores was the Cruiserweight Champion. Every other time, it was on the pre-show. Let that one sink in. Well, let's start this show off, and I don't even know how to start this, because this show just started off so bad. You had Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon and Triple H and Kurt Angle in the ring after they started off the show with Coach in the middle of the ring with a podium and two tables and 2 chairs for the mixed tag team match at WrestleMania. It was so bad. I was like, the NCAA tournament was tonight, the finals, Michigan versus Villanova, and you want to keep your fans here. You want to keep the WWE fans here so they don't go change the channel and go to see that game, which kind of was a blowout anyway. So. But you're going to have this segment to open the show on the can't miss epic Raw before WrestleMania. Please, give me a break. But in the end, Stephanie McMahon sends Ronda Rousey crashing through a table. Here is this cringeworthy and awful segment.
Fortunate, because they really want to like you, and the thing is, that deafening roar of Ronda Rousey will become a deafening silence after Sunday. And it's because of the guy sitting next to you, Kurt. Intensity, integrity, intelligence. I've never disagreed with the first two. But since the day I've met you, the intelligence thing I've never got. This is Ronda Rousey. Biggest signing probably in WWE history. And you ruin it. You ruin it. You set her up for embarrassment. You set her up for a loss on the biggest stage possible at WrestleMania. And I just gotta know, Kurt, because this is a whopper, even for you. This is a whopper. I gotta know, Kurt, why? Well, to be honest, Triple H,
I'd like to know why. Why you would be so two-faced as to sign me with ulterior motives?
Ronda Rousey, first and foremost, you say you've been a fan of WWE your entire life, and you come out and ask that question? Are you kidding me? Were you not watching WWE back in the Attitude Era? I know I wasn't because I was a kid. I was like 6 or 7 years old. I didn't have control of the remote, so I didn't know nothing about the WWF back then. But I've just recently watched it, and it's like, you do realize you're talking to Triple H, who tried to have Stone Cold Steve Austin man over with a car, with Rikishi by paying him off, and then, of course, acting like he didn't do it for the longest time, stuff like that. You do know who you're talking to, right? You come out and ask that stupid question?
We signed you because you are what's best for business. But here's how this whole thing works, okay? My husband asked Kurt Angle a question. Kurt Angle, who works for me, he's my direct report, right? Kurt works for me. Kurt, who has already derailed your career and cost you millions of dollars. I don't know what you don't understand about that, Rhonda.
Cost you millions of dollars and WWE millions of dollars, by the way. Thanks, Kurt.
Really? I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, how does she cost you any money at all? I mean, there's people, I wouldn't say many, but there's probably more people going to WrestleMania because of Ronda Rousey than there were before. Of course, Daniel Bryan's the reason people going to WrestleMania overall now, but you know what I mean. So I don't know what they're trying to say, how he cost them millions.
Kurt works for me. You work for me. I ask the questions. So who the hell do you think you are?
She's Ronda freaking Rousey. She's an Olympic medalist. A UFC.
It's funny how he's like an Olympic medalist. I think it's bronze she won, so what, you can't say Olympic bronze medalist? Oh no, if it's gold, it's fine to say, but if it's anything other than gold, then we're just going to just say Olympic medalist. So, really?
Champion. And this Sunday at WrestleMania, she's gonna make you tap out.
Rhonda, just remember that you chose this path. This is all on you. Okay? You are going to lose at WrestleMania. In the record books, your very first match in WWE is going to be a loss to me. And we all know.
And I would not put it past Stephanie McMahon and Triple H to have it booked, or Triple H to like pedigree or something to Ronda Rousey and have Stephanie McMahon stand tall just to give her a WrestleMania moment. I would not put it past WWE. I don't think they're actually going to do that, but it wouldn't put it past WWE to actually do that.
The world knows how you handle losses.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, Steph, are you right or left-handed?
I'm a righty, of course. Why?
Oh, I was just wondering, because I still want you to be able to sign my checks after
You sound so nervous.
after I rip it off.
So please, let's save it all for Sunday. Before we go, we need to do the pre-match photo op. But it's not going to be like in boxing or UFC where it gets out of hand. We're going to do it our way. The classy.
Coach, you do know you're talking about WWE, right? Classy is not WWE. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna do it the classy way. Y'all just gonna stand there, look at each other, stare each other down, shake hands, and that's it. Give me a fucking break. Somebody's going through a table. That's just how this shit works. This is WWE. Not ballet, not something else.
Professional way.
So they just stand each other for a moment. Triple H actually shakes hands with Kurt Angle, so they're all cool and everything for a second. Stephanie goes to look like she wants to shake Ronda's hand. Then, of course, she decides, oh, you know what? That's not good enough. I'm just going to sit there and talk trash. I'm going to talk trash for a second, you know. Ronda gets up in her face. Won't let Stephanie walk past her. Kurt Angle tries to break them up. Triple H in the back of the head to Kurt Angle. Ronda goozles Triple H, and then Stephanie picks Ronda up and just shoves her through a table. Or slams her through a table to end the segment. That could not have been the worst. They couldn't have gone any worse to start off a Monday Night Raw than that segment. Ronda Rousey should not have a microphone in front of her mouth again until she is 100% comfortable on the mic. And knock off the motherfucking smiling. I'm telling you right now, it just does not help you. I don't care if they're shouting Ronda Rousey, it doesn't matter. Enough of the fucking smiling. It's just horrible. You should be taking this shit seriously. We do not need to see Ronda Rousey sitting there smiling and all happy and bubbly and happy as can be. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't even care for this match, honestly, I don't. We know Ronda Rousey should come out to win, but I'm just going to say it would not surprise me if Stephanie ends up pinning Ronda Rousey after some shenanigans between Triple H and Ronda Rousey. So I'm just going to say that. Bayley versus Sonya Deville for the millionth time. Who the fuck cares about this match? It's same old, same old. They had the Women's Battle Royal Trophy out there, and man, did that motherfucker look ugly as can be. It looked bad. Why can't they just have it looked like they took the Moolah trophy, took the Moolah statue off there, went to Walmart, found a $5 trophy, and just plucked it on there, and that's it. And match ends when Deville misses the kick and gets rolled up by Bayley for the win, and Bayley wins. Post-match, Absolution beats down Bayley until Banks makes the save after they clear the ring of Absolution. Which, by the way, can we end Absolution already? Having these two associated with Paige is doing absolutely nothing for them. Paige can't wrestle. Paige's career is over. Have her go do something else in the back. Go have her become SmackDown's GM. Have her do something else. Get her away from these two. If you want to keep them as a tag team, the Iconic Duo on SmackDown and the Iconic Duo come up. Put the Iconic Duo on SmackDown. Have these two be on Raw, and have them with their own music and their own identity. Being part of this Absolution, having Paige's theme music is nothing for these two. Bayley's in the ring with Banks. Banks makes the save. She's like, I helped you out, so raise my hand. These two go back and forth a little bit, and then stiff forearm by Bayley, and she starts beating the fucking hell out of Sasha Banks until, lo and behold, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville come back in and beat down Bayley and Sasha Banks. And I'm like, you just ruined a good moment between these two, but whatever, because it looks like it's got to be Bayley and Sasha Banks at the end. It has to be. All I can see how this match for them ends is Sasha Banks eliminates somebody, Bayley eliminates somebody, Sasha Banks from behind, Sasha Banks dumps out Bayley. Sasha Banks should win. Bayley comes back in, and those two start fighting and beating the hell out of each other. Leading to what? I don't know. Balor versus Rollins again from 2 weeks ago. Miz is out here for only a few days after his, I guess a week, 7 days or so. I guess Maurice had the baby on Tuesday last week. That's great. Miz is out here, and he is just not this normal Miz that you see. This guy's different on commentary, and would love to see these two, Balor and Rollins, have a match one-on-one for the IC title after WrestleMania, with one of these two winning it. This was a damn good match. It was so good that I couldn't even take notes for the majority of this. And again, and another thing, I know Miz just had a baby with Maurice, but can we talk about the match? Like, for the first half of this fucking match, it was all about Miz, his baby, him being pooped and peed on, and all this shit, and how he's a different man now. Oh, it was just so fucking cringeworthy. It's like, I want to focus on the match, but I'm having the Miz talk about his new wife. Congratulations to those two, his new baby, like, congratulations to those guys, but leave it out of the WWE. I don't want to hear that all, like, for half of a good match. This was a damn good match. It was the only bright spot of this entire show. Plain and simple. The John Cena trying to get a hold of the Undertaker thing was same old, same old. We'll let you hear about that later. But this was a damn good match. They won, I think, at least 25 to 30 minutes. So they did do a picture-in-picture for whatever fucking reason for during this match for a promo for the Shinsuke Nakamura AJ Styles match for whatever reason. Match ends after a couple of reversals by these two, then a curb stomp to end it for the win. What a good fucking match. Seth Rollins was your winner. After this match, they didn't, and Miz did not get involved at all, which I found surprising. If you do want to watch one thing from this show, from Monday Night Raw, you must check out Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. It's a damn shame that it is going to be a triple threat match. Unless the Miz, who says he is a changed man and he's going to up his game and have more motivation for his match at WrestleMania. Unless he actually does do that, this match at WrestleMania is just going to be brought down a little bit more than what we saw tonight. So, there is that. Moving on here, we had they did, right after this match, confirm that the two Battle Royals and the Cruiserweight match are going to be on the kickoff show. I already told my feelings about that before we got into this. Heyman, and then we get to Paul Heyman in the back being asked a favor by Kurt Angle to not do anything to incite Roman Reigns so we can have our main event, which they did just confirm that the main event of WrestleMania will be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. So, yay, you know how Vince McMahon wants Roman Reigns to have the confetti and the fireworks and everything as he's holding up the Universal title to a chorus of cheers in Vince McMahon's world. He is going to be chorus of boos. I hope the entire time this fucking match goes on, we hear Rusev there, we have Daniel Bryan, we do the wave, I don't fucking care, just make these people fucking regret putting this match on last. But Paul Heyman in the back on the phone talking to who I don't know when Kurt Angle comes in.
The Rock God. Yes. Mr. Heyman, can I speak with you? I got Kurt Angle in front of me. I'll talk to you later. Oh, and a good Pesach to you too, my friend. What can I do you for? Listen, I'm getting pulled in quite a few directions tonight. I'm telling you this as the Raw General Manager. The most important part of WrestleMania is to make sure the main event stays intact. Okay. You worried? Well, I'm asking... Don't worry about it. How is this night different from all other nights? Because tonight, we do it your way. Go out to the ring, say our piece. No stress, no drama. Say complimentary things about Roman Reigns. We'll save it for in the ring at WrestleMania. None. I'm just asking you not to do or say anything that would incite Roman Reigns to injure Brock Lesnar. That's all.
Oh boy.
You're worried about Brock Lesnar's well-being if something happens with you? Well, yes I am. The whole world wants to see this match more than ever.
Let me stop you right there, Kurt. No. You have it wrong. Nobody with a functioning brain who knows what is good wrestling wants to see this fucking match. I don't care how much you want to push this. I don't want to see it. Nobody wants to see this match. The only people who want to see this match are the people who don't have a fucking brain, or their brain is so brainwashed in the WWE garbage that they don't know what's good wrestling anymore, because this match is going to just be a dumpster fire from start. Maybe we'll get a replay of WrestleMania 20 where both guys get booed, and we get a this match sucks and all this other shit. So, no, not anyone who wants to see this fucking match, Kurt, so you got that all wrong.
And Roman wants to injure Brock Lesnar more than ever. I'm just asking you, keep it civil. Don't add fuel to the fire. That's all. My client and I will take it under consideration, sir. All right, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I don't think so. That was just ridiculous. Oh, yeah, and then we had the Bar coming out trying to find out who, well, pretty much saying they don't care now who Braun Strowman has as a partner. And then we just, Braun Strowman comes out, he says he's got a partner, he'll show his partner, but his partner wants a match, and it just gets stupid from there. So here's the Bar talking about their match at WrestleMania, and how they don't care who Braun Strowman is partnering with.
You need to listen up, fella. We've been thinking, and we don't care who your tag team partner is.
That's right. It doesn't matter who you choose to be your tag team partner because it simply doesn't matter to us.
Because as big as you are and as strong as you are, this is still a tag team match. And sooner or later, you have to tag in your tag team partner.
That's right. You have to tag him in the ring. And you need to know what his plan is. You know? You guys need to be on the same page because if you're not, you need to have a plan B, C, D, E.
And no matter who you choose, you'll never have that.
You know why? Because you'll never be a real team.
And you'll never get these.
To say that I don't play well with others, then you're right. But management has made it clear that I have to have a partner if I want to challenge for the tag titles. So, I got one. And I was just talking to him in the back, and he doesn't appreciate what you two clowns were just saying.
Well, you know what? If your tag team partner has a problem with us, then why doesn't he just come out here and tell us to our face?
Don't worry, he will, under one stipulation. He wants a match with one of you.
If your partner wants a match, he's got it.
I'll go get him.
What on earth is this?
This was just so god-awfully stupid.
I'm gonna warn you, he's a lot like me.
What?
Just a little different.
Come on, there's nobody like Braun Strowman.
So Braun Strowman walks to the back. Braun Strowman's music plays. And they wait for a second, of course. His music plays, and out comes Braun Strowman in a t-shirt and glasses. Braun Strowman. Oh my god, I don't even care anymore. This is a total fucking waste of Braun Strowman's time. This guy, who should be the quintessential guy going for the Universal title instead of Roman Reigns, is stuck to this shit. I don't even care. I don't care if the Brooklyn Brawler came out to be his tag team partner at WrestleMania. I honestly don't give a fuck. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then, of course, he gets beat down he comes out, he takes his shirt off, glasses off, and then the Bar beats him down until he fights them off and they get chased off. Then Goldust and Woken Matt Hardy have a little bit of a promo about the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and that they want to win the match. And then Matt Hardy says, you don't have to wait till Sunday because tonight me and you have a match. They do. Matt Hardy wins with a twist of fate. 1, 2, 3. I was hoping they would have did some kind of like thing with Bray Wyatt, like teasing Bray Wyatt's like repackaged character or whatever they're going to do with him. But we had none of that. I was like, maybe they'll have something for Bray Wyatt tonight. Who knows? But no. And then again, the whole high school drama shit with Mickey and Alexa. Talking about how Alexa tried to have a selfie with Nia and her phone broke, and it's just a bunch of bullshit left and right, and it's just pathetic. Cena. And then Cena comes out and to try one more time with The Undertaker for WrestleMania. And I know a lot of people they don't want to see The Undertaker until WrestleMania, and I kind of agree with them. But the way this ended, I am kind of disappointed that we didn't get some kind of sign that this match is happening or not. I just don't like the way this all went in the end.
I hate saying this, but I was wrong. I was wrong because we're out of time. And there's still no answer. So I was wrong. In this case, because we just have no more time left, silence means no. No Undertaker. But I wanted to take a second to apologize about The Undertaker. I did everything that I possibly could, in the ring, on social media.
Really? So you don't know Mark Calloway where it lives? You couldn't go to Mark Calloway's house, knock on the door, and be like, listen, motherfucker, are you retired, or are we going to have a match at WrestleMania? Did you do that? No, so I don't think you did everything you could have done.
Trying to stir up as much as I could to summon The Undertaker. Hell, you guys did too. Audiences in Dallas. People in Detroit. People in Cleveland. Right here in Atlanta. Wait. Did we really even try here in Atlanta? We didn't actually really try to summon The Undertaker, did we? That'll never work. I don't think you guys can be loud enough.
Yeah, it's only Atlanta, so you know.
Hotlanta, you gotta listen to me. If you want the lightning, you need to be the thunder. Let him hear your ass all the way to Death Valley. Undertaker, that is 4 weeks straight of an entire audience, people around the world pouring their hearts out for you. And you don't have the common decency to stand up and do a damn thing. Am I upset about WrestleMania? Nah. Am I upset with The Undertaker? Hell yeah. You can ignore me all you want, but Undertaker, the second you ignore these people, you are a dead man walking.
Oh, that just tells you right there what kind of Undertaker we're getting. I'm just saying, the dead man walking line, that they had him say that line for a reason, so if anybody doesn't believe we're getting badass Undertaker off of that one line, then I don't know what's going to happen. And honestly, I'm to the point where I honestly do not care about this thing anymore. Just end it. Just be done with it. Undertaker does not show up at WrestleMania. How? And we'll finish it up here in a second.
Hey, Undertaker. It's obvious that you left your hat in the ring, but it's clear to everybody here that you left your balls at home.
You're seriously gonna have the Undertaker just not even make a mention or do anything after that? How do you even do this match now? That's my question. You have to have some kind of fucking sign when he goes to leave the ring. Maybe the lights go out, and on the Titantron it just says, "See you Sunday." That's all you would have needed. All you would have needed if you would have said, if you would have just did something, lights go out, see you Sunday, and that's it. That's all you would have needed. Just having nothing at all, then I don't want to see the fucking match. And I don't even know what the fuck you're going to do. How are you going to have the Undertaker just show up and not even a match booked? Boom. I don't fucking get it. How are you even going to fucking do this? It's either, you should have just had, like, lights could have went out if you wanted to, just to add to it. Don't need the gong, just Cena looks up, the lights go out completely, and then the Titantron lights up, and it just says, "See you Sunday," and that's it. That's it. That's all you would have needed. But no, we're just gonna do this, and quite honestly, with no sign, no nothing, Undertaker, Mark Calloway can stay home. I don't fucking care anymore. You're not gonna show any type of sign of the Undertaker. They don't, like I said, you didn't have to be there. Taker doesn't have to be there. He can just show up on Sunday. But give some fucking sign. Maybe the lights go off and you show the Undertaker symbol. Whatever you want to fucking do. All you had to do was just do something like "See you Sunday." That would have been it. But no, let's just make people wonder, how the fuck are they going to do this? Are we going to see something on the kickoff show? I don't fucking get this. If it's not going to happen, if it didn't happen tonight, then it doesn't need to have a match at WrestleMania, period. There's 13 matches in all. There's 10 on the main show right now. 3 on the kickoff show. That's all we need. We don't even need a 5th hour. If you want to start, like, I don't know. I just don't know. I think it's fucking ridiculous. Let's just leave it as it is. No Undertaker. I'm fine with that. His last match last year should have been it. So, that's how they're going to do it. If Cena doesn't have a match at WrestleMania, fine. Good on him. The rest of that promo was pretty good, talking about how he's pumped to see all these other matches, Daniel Bryan being back, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, and all these matches. They don't need it. It was funny though that the beginning of this thing was like Michael Cole told him, "Why don't you join the Battle Royal? Why don't you become Braun's partner if he needs it?" And he's like, "I'm not going to do that because that's going to take away from a spot that a full timer has worked their ass off to do all year long." And I'm thinking, like, you and Undertaker having a match at WrestleMania takes spots from full timers anyway, so that's just ridiculous to even say. So I don't know what the fuck they're going to be doing for WrestleMania, but I honestly don't even fucking care anymore. That match cannot happen, and but it's simple. If WrestleMania 34 had no Undertaker versus Cena match, I am fine. I don't need to see it. I'm going to be excited about Daniel Bryan's return to the ring. Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and The Miz. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't need to see The Undertaker versus John Cena. If they want to wait another fucking year, give this a whole year's run, then fine. I don't care to see it. I don't have to see it. It's not going to make my WrestleMania. It's not going to hurt my WrestleMania. That's all it is to it. Quite honestly, even if the match was made, I wouldn't even want to see it. So that is my thoughts on that. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Stupid commercials. Next up, we had Elias come up. You know, he starts his 2-1 like, what does WWE stand for? Walk with Elias. He goes to start playing his guitar. Slater and Rhino interrupt him for a match. Slater versus Heath Slater versus Elias. Wonder when he's going to get dropped from Slater's name, and he's just going to be Slater because they drop everyone's name from everybody. Match ends with a drift away for the 3 again. Who the fuck really cares? In the back, we had Roman Reigns being told to keep it cool tonight, and Roman just gets so fucking pissed about this, and it is what it is.
I already have one WrestleMania match that's not going to happen with Cena versus Undertaker. I don't want a second. Please don't ruin your opportunity at WrestleMania. Listen, I just spoke to Paul Heyman. He agreed he wouldn't do or say anything that would incite you to attack Brock. And you believe Paul. You believe him, huh? Is Brock even here? Yes, 100%. He is here. Brock's here? Yes, he is. Well, that means I'm staying. I'm not going anywhere. Roman, please. Come on, man. Because I have a ton of respect for you, I'm willing to hear Paul out. But after last week, the week before that, the past 6 years of disrespect that not only Paul, but Brock Lesnar has given me, everybody who sits in this locker room, everybody who sits out in that arena, we're tired of it. I'm not having it. So if he says one stupid thing, I'm heading out there, and I don't care what you have to say. I don't care about your peace treaty. A matter of fact, take that peace treaty, run right back down to that pawn shop where you sold your Olympic gold medals.
I'm sorry, Roman, you don't play a good badass whatsoever. So, yeah, that was just lame as fuck. So, then we had, this was funny. This was, like, funny. Not something that you have to watch if you don't want to, but Braun Strowman's in the back. Just minding his own business. When somebody who I forgot was even still part of the company, comes up to try and be his tag team partner, and he pays for it in the end.
Hey, Ron, it's so awesome to run into you, man. Yeah, I bet that doesn't get said to you very often, but I saw what happened out there, right? And I'm assuming that, you and that brains guy can't be in the same place at the same time, right? So, I was wondering, given any thought into who you're going to pick for your partner, maybe you could pick me? Kurt Hawkins?
I honestly forgot Kurt Hawkins even worked for WWE anymore. He's just a blimp on the wrestling spectrum in WWE. Now, Brian Meyer is the guy who is Kurt Hawkins. I'm sure is a competent wrestler, but the fact that he has just been jobber fodder since he's been in WWE, again, really makes me wonder why the fuck are they even using him.
What's your win-loss record?
Okay, I'll be honest with you, it's not great, but that's where you come in, right? You would have picked me. A big break.
So he just grabs Hawkins' hand, tosses him through a wall.
There's your big break.
I don't know who to feel worse for, the wall or Kurt Hawkins. Let me think here for a second. I feel bad for the wall. That wall had a family, Grom. Why did you have to destroy it with poor old Kurt Hawkins? I mean, come on, dude. Then we had, and I'm not even going to talk about it, I'm just going to say it, they had Nia Jax getting interviewed by Renee Young. I could care less about this, won't talk about it. The whole storyline is Diva Division-esque, and I don't want no part of it, so there's that. If you want to hear the interview of Nia Jax, go look at WWE.com's YouTube page, or find somebody else to give an opinion, because this shit I can care less about. This is supposed to be the women's evolution, not the Divas division. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss is 100% Diva shit. It's stuff that you would have seen back in the dark days of the Diva division. This is supposed to be a better and a better women's division that we have now. And this feud right here sets the women's quote-unquote evolution back at least 5 years with how shitty this thing is and how bad it is. So, fuck WWE for booking this shit, and fuck them all for this shit, because I'm not dealing with it. Here come the high school bullies, Mickie James and Alexa Bliss, because that's all they are, versus Dana Brooke and Asuka. Now, Asuka's been in the WWE for 2.5 years. Did you think, because Dana Brooke was the first person she actually beat to start this whole entire winning streak. If you would have looked back at that match and told yourself that Asuka, 2.5 years later, would be teaming with that same woman to take on, I believe Alexa Bliss was wrestling, Alexa Bliss and Mickie James in a tag team match on Monday Night Raw, what would you have said? You probably would have told me I was fucking crazy, you must be on drugs, what the hell have you been smoking? So, yeah. And since, I don't know, it's been a couple weeks now, they've been, like, every time Asuka comes out for a match, Corey Graves is like, Asuka's going to lose her streak tonight. She's going to lose it tonight. And by the way, her streak's on the line in the Mixed Match Challenge tomorrow as well. And yes, the Mixed Match Challenge, the whole entire Mixed Match Challenge was just ruined by Asuka in her matches. I mean, come on. Why the fuck would you have a event that is supposed to be based on charity? The winning team gets 1,000 or something for charity of their choosing. So everyone else decided they were going to pay for their charities, and all of them knew they weren't winning the show. So what was the fucking point? Seriously, what was the point? Dana Brooke was in the match for like 90% of this match. But the start, they're really trying to make Asuka's streak as vulnerable as can be, because if Dana Brooke would lose, Asuka's streak is gone, so as they said, which is total bullshit in my opinion, because Asuka didn't get pinned and Asuka didn't tap out. So her undefeated streak should still be intact, but what the fuck ever. Asuka does get the Asuka lock in on Mickie James, because you know that Alexa Bliss was not taking a pinfall or submission this close to WrestleMania. Winners were Asuka and Dana Brooke. Post-match, Mickie James and Alexa Bliss beat down Asuka and then give Dana Brooke the DDT until Nia Jax runs to the ring. Bliss escapes as Mickie James eats a Samoa drop. So that was that. Then we had the main event of the evening, and pretty much Paul Heyman ended up tearing into Roman Reigns in the end. And Roman Reigns does not end up standing tall in the end. So here's Paul Heyman pretty much just doing what he does best until Roman Reigns eventually gets involved. And by the way, as Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman get to the ring, the Revival, Sheamus, Cesaro, the Bar, and a bunch of other superstars come up onto the ramp to pretty much play guard between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar after what Paul Heyman is about to say.
April 8th, 2018, in New Orleans at WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar will F5 Roman Reigns and pin him in the center of the ring. 1, 2...
Then Roman Reigns will kick out, get up, hit a Superman punch, and another Superman punch, spear, 1, 2, 3, and win the Universal title.
2, 3... prediction. That's a spoiler. It's the truth. Now, an unfortunate truth in life is that there's active gods. There are accidents that happen. And should Brock Lesnar blow out his knee, should Brock Lesnar break his hand on the face of a sparring partner, should Brock Lesnar slip on a banana peel on the way into the ring at WrestleMania, and Roman Reigns become the Universal Champion, then this is the last time you will ever see Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman on WWE Monday Night Raw.
So wait a minute, you're going with the same thing that happened at SummerSlam? Had Brock Lesnar lost then, he was leaving. So if Brock Lesnar loses tonight, not tonight, but Sunday, he's going to be leaving anyway. So we all know he's leaving anyway, so put that out there, whatever. So we'll see what happens with that one, but let's continue.
So here's how it goes. Roman Reigns thinks he's going to have a victory party. Roman Reigns is going to have to go home on Sunday night to his and his kids and his father and his uncles and his cousins, and he's going to have to say, I got beat by Brock Lesnar. I got victimized by Brock Lesnar. I got conquered by Brock Lesnar. Because the truth, as I swear and affirm, is Roman Reigns, not against Brock Lesnar. You ain't the big dog.
Yep.
This ain't your yard.
Yep.
And you're only going to be another notch on Brock Lesnar's title belt.
Unfortunately not.
Come on. The truth is, Roman Reigns is Brock Lesnar's...
Come on, Mike. I know it's the YouTube page. So Roman comes out after hearing that word, and he comes out. He tries to go forward. full-time guys up there stop him for a minute until he actually opens his mouth.
All y'all full-time talent are gonna stand out here and protect that part-time.
Oh, I hate that. Bastard. He said bastard. He didn't say bitch, he said bastard. So everybody parts like the Red Sea, and Roman has a path to Brock Lesnar.
The locker room is parting. The big dog has a clear path to the beast. Paul Heyman exposed Brock Lesnar's true feelings tonight, and Roman Reigns now march into the ring.
Then they circle a little bit. Brock Lesnar has a chair after he left the ring for a second. Superman punch. Second Superman punch. Third Superman punch.
And Roman Reigns is taking it to the beast. Look at his eyes, almost possessed.
Brock gets back out. Fourth Superman punch. I was actually enjoying this part right now. Roman Reigns actually beating him down a little bit. Fifth Superman punch. But don't touch the title, Roman. I know you got the title.
And that's what it's all about. The Universal
You got a little bit of cheers, but you can start hearing the boos start coming in.
Will it be Reigns?
You start hearing more boos than cheers.
Will it be Lesnar?
You hear that? You hear them boos? There's a boos. There's a lot of boos. And then, of course, he's taking a little bit too much time to look at WrestleMania. He looks over and Brock's back up. F5 onto the title.
One moment, and just like that, the beast struck.
And Brock Lesnar stands tall for a third straight week. So, that just tells you who is definitely going to walk out at WrestleMania as your Universal Champion. A title that has absolutely zero prestige and zero value whatsoever in its short history of a year and a half. So, that is Raw, which, other than Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, which was a nice 30, I swear it was like 25, 30-minute match, which again shows that these two, when the Intercontinental titles one by one or the other, could have a great one-on-one feud for this title with some great matches. But other than that, there was nothing on this show worth really watching. I mean, yes, if you want to see Roman Reigns get beat down again, get a little bit offense in this time, a little bit more this time, and then get beat down and hit with the F5 again. John Cena pleading to The Undertaker, which got no response, which I still disagree with. I think they could at least lights go out. Don't have to have the gong, just see you Sunday, John, or something like that. Have just a message come across the Titantron after everything goes out. The Titantron turns on, all the lights are out, and it just says, see you Sunday, John, or something. And then it just puffs some smoke or something, whatever. But no, we got nothing. Nothing from The Undertaker. I disagree with that. I think they should have had some kind of sign. No, Undertaker didn't need to show his face. No, we didn't have to have some kind of picture on the Titantron or video on the Titantron of Taker accepting his challenge. Just a see you Sunday, something like that. Just words, nothing else. But if the match isn't happening, if the match hasn't been announced by now, I don't fucking care. It's 4 years too late, so no, I don't want to see it at all. You took any chance that I wanted to see this match and just zapped it like that. I don't fucking care. Women's, and like I said at the beginning of the show, the cruiserweights are getting shafted for the second straight year. And again, the pre-show is not WrestleMania. The pre-show for SummerSlam is not SummerSlam. The pre-show for Backlash and all the pay-per-views in between are not the pay-per-views. Keeping the cruiserweights stifled and off the main card is fucking bullshit. And since we're going back to dual brand pay-per-views, the cruiserweights will never be on the main card, and they haven't been on the main card since Dumbfuck got fired. So let that sink in. That the last time the cruiserweights were actually, I believe, on the main card was either at Survivor Series or No Mercy before that. So again, let that sink in. My name is The Franz. I'm getting out of here. Find me on Twitter at The Franz. Find me on twitch.tv/TheFranz08. Hit that subscribe button. Leave me a like and a comment down below on what your thoughts on this very, very disappointing, supposed to be most epic, can't miss Raw before WrestleMania, because this Raw, besides one match, was very, very missable. Until then, I'm getting out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Live, where they said Shane McMahon will be back, which hopefully will be him telling us he is unable to wrestle, and Daniel Bryan will have to find a new partner, which I'm sure they will have one lined up. If anything, we will find all that out tomorrow. Until then, I am out of here. Peace.